You're supposed to be eating flowers, remember? These are the Munchkins. They live happily in Munchkinland, eating flowers. Of course, you don't want to eat too many flowers. Isn't that right, Charles? They're off to see the wizard. Okay, all Munchkins stand up and wave to the audience. And now sit down. Welcome, everyone, to our performance of Follow the Yellow Brick Road. Follow the Yellow Brick Road. It's a story that you might have heard before, although there are some changes to it. For example, there's only a good witch in our story. Glinda, are you a good witch or a bad witch? Huh, good. And in our story, there are two Tin Men. I don't know why, but there are. We found two Tin Men along the Yellow Brick Road. Perhaps one was learning from the other. And of course, we have a scarecrow and...
Jimmy?
Yes?
Can I tell you something? Can you pretend for brothers?
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Okay, very, very good idea. There's a couple of brothers who made out of tin, and one brother took the other brother into the woods and said, watch me chop this tree down. It started to rain. Right? Good idea. All right. Well, our story begins here in Munchkinland. It's very beautiful and very colorful, but far away, far, far away, really far away, in a place called Kansas, was a girl named Dorothy. Dorothy liked living in Kansas. Step out a little, Dorothy. Dorothy liked living in Kansas. She worked all day long with her friends and her Auntie Em and Uncle Henry on the farm. But one day, a terrible storm came. Isn't that right, Dorothy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And poor Dorothy didn't know what to do. She couldn't find her Auntie Em, even though she yelled, Auntie Em! I didn't have that part in you, but I'm adding it. Say, Auntie Em! Auntie Em! Where are you? Suddenly, the wind grew stronger. And poor Dorothy didn't know what to do. She started to run around, yelling, Auntie Em! Where are you? Suddenly, she ran into her house. Go run into your house before you get too dizzy. Go, run. That way, your house that way. She ran into her house and she tripped and she bumped her head and she went to bed. And the house got picked up and it brought her over the boat. Hey. And it brought her somewhere, come over here, somewhere over the rainbow. Although she didn't know where. She said in a very loud voice to her dog, she said, Toto?
Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Suddenly, from a big bubble in the sky, came the good fairy Glinda. Stop. Not too close. You don't know who she is yet. And Glinda said to Dorothy, are you a good witch or a bad witch? Do you hear how beautiful her voice is? Say it again, Olivia.
Are you a good witch or are you a bad witch? Why, I'm not a witch at all. I am Dorothy from Kansas.
Well then, is that a witch?
Is that a witch?
She thought the dog was a witch, but Dorothy said, who?
Who?
Toto?
Toto?
He's my dog.
My dog.
Glinda said in a loud voice, well, the Munchkins want to know.
Well, the Munchkins want to know.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Are you a good witch or are you a bad witch?
Dorothy said, what are munchkins?
What are munchkins?
And Glinda said, munchkins are the little people who live in this land. Glinda turned around and she touched every munchkin on the head with her magical wand. And spray. And then she said in one of her most beautiful voices, you can come out now. It's all right. Okay, all the munchkins stand up. Look at my eyes. You're a little bit afraid. Look at Dorothy. Say hello. We're the munchkins. Who are you? You have to say it kind of loud. You have to go, who are you? Say, well, my name is Dorothy Gale.
Well, my name is Dorothy Gale.
I'm from Kansas.
I'm from Kansas.
And then Dorothy became sad, and she walked away from Glinda, and she looked out over the rainbow, and she said, I want to go home.
I want to go home.
Glinda said to her, I'm afraid the only person who can help you is the wizard. But how do I get there?
But how do I get there?
Glinda said, follow the yellow brick road. Dorothy said,
Follow the yellow brick road.
and then all of the munchkins said,
Follow the blue road.
that's what they said. And so, get back to my other playlist now. Yes, so Dorothy walked over to the yellow brick road with Glinda right behind her. And they began to march their feet with all the munchkins. And they sang as loud as they could. Okay, Scarecrow, get in. Stand still like this. Yeah, hands on your hips. Good. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. I can't hear you. Follow the yellow brick road. Sing. We're off to see the wizard. Good, Charlie. Walk like a munchkin, Charlie. Swing your arms a little bit, Charlie. And we're over. Okay, Dorothy and Glinda, come up here. Because all munchkins sit back down in Munchkin Land. Glinda here. Dorothy over there. Okay, now Dorothy, come up a little closer. And now, Dorothy, come sit. No, Holly's fine. Oops. Dorothy. You really gotta get a better seat, please. Come over here. Dorothy said in a loud voice, follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road.
You can put it on. Say, now which way?
Now which way do I go?
The Scarecrow, who was standing behind her, said, that way's wow.
That way's a nice way.
Dorothy turned around and said, did you say something?
Did you say something?
The Scarecrow pointed the other way and said, of course, that way is a nice way too.
Of course, that way's a nice way too.
Dorothy said, you did.
You did.
You did say something.
You did say something.
And then the Scarecrow pointed in both directions and said, of course, some people like to go both ways.
Some people like to go both ways.
And then Dorothy said to the Scarecrow, can't you make up your mind?
Can't you make up your mind?
The Scarecrow said, you see, that's the trouble.
That's the trouble.
I can't make up my mind.
Can't make up your
I don't have a brain.
I don't have a brain.
Tell him where you want to take him. Say, would you like to go?
Would you like to go to the Wizard of Oz with us? Do you think they can give you a brain? Sure.
Nice, Olivia. Okay, why don't you go? Okay, Tidman, get up. Tidman, get up. Freeze, right? Everybody follow. You go too, you go too. Be careful though, okay? job, Jacob. All right. So when you come back to Munchkinland, Munchkins go and sit down. In Munchkinland, Scarecrow comes up and stands on this side, and Dorothy comes up and stands. Dorothy. Oh, good, Dorothy. Come stand up here, Dorothy, right next to the Tin Man. Tin Man, don't sit down. You're frozen. Okay. So you get to the other side. When Glinda comes back, it'll be great. Okay. Are you ready? And then Dorothy said.
Vivian, just put it down. Vivian, just put it down. Just put it down.
Oh, geez. Okay. It's just made out of straw. It's only made out of straw. Okay, ready? Here we go. Dorothy, look at the Tin Man and say, look, it's a Tin Man.
Look, it's a man made out of tin.
That's what I should say. And then the Tin Men, who were frozen, said, oil can. And then the Scarecrow said, did you say something?
Did you say something?
They said, oil can. Oil can. Dorothy, you say, I think he said oil can.
I think he said oil can.
Scarecrow said, oil can what?
Oil can what?
Say he doesn't have a brain.
He doesn't have a
No,
brain.
I'll say that. And then Dorothy, pretend you see an oil can. Yeah, let's pretend this is the oil can. Okay. I have this really good oil can and I forgot it today. She said, look, an oil can.
Look, an oil can.
Where do you want me to?
Where do you want me to oil you first?
My mouth.
No.
And so Dorothy oiled their mouths and they said, oh, that feels so good. Oh.
This feels so good.
Don't forget, you're saying it too, right, Jake?
That feels so good.
Say, oil my arms, please.
Oil my arms
And my legs.
and my legs.
The Scarecrow said, how did you get that way?
How did you get that way?
Okay, here we go. Are you ready? It's a long story. Both of you together say, you see,
You see,
I was chopping down a tree,
I was chopping down a tree
and it started to rain,
and it started to rain
and I froze.
and I froze.
That's the way I've been
That's the way I've been
ever since.
ever since.
Dorothy said, well, you're perfect now. Dorothy.
Well, you're perfect now.
The Tin Man looked sad and said, perfect? Tin Man. Perfect?
Perfect?
If you think I'm perfect, knock on my chest.
If you think I'm perfect, knock on my chest.
Dorothy knocked on their chest and she heard nothing but a hollow sound. And the Tin Men said, you see,
You see,
it's all hollow.
it's all hollow.
I don't have a heart.
I don't have a heart.
And then Dorothy invited them, you know where, right, Dorothy? Would you like?
Would you like to come with us to the Wizard of Oz?
Tin Men say, do you think you could give me a heart?
Do you think you can give me a heart? Show us.
Excellent. And so they headed down the yellow brick road.
Tell me a name first.
Holly first. Ready? Okay, Dorothy, stand up. All right. But pretty soon the yellow brick. Okay, come climb behind this way. All right, but pretty soon the yellow brick road led them into the woods. That's okay. Hold on to it. I'll fix it. And it led them into the woods. And there were lots of trees. And suddenly, okay, all Munchkins, sit down. And suddenly, Dorothy, who was standing over there, with the Tin Man standing over there, said, I don't like this forest.
I don't like this forest.
I don't like this.
It's scary.
It's scary.
And then the Tin Man said, do you think we'll meet any lions?
Do you think we'll meet any lions?
Wow, that's really good. And say, where's, oh, here you go. Say, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe lions and tigers and bears.
Maybe lions.
Okay, now all of you together say over and over again, Glinda, Dorothy, Tin Man, and Scarecrow. Say, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! 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 And just then, a big lion came jumping out. Come over here. And roared really loud. Say, roar! And all of them just stood there. And the lion said, aren't you afraid of me?
Aren't you afraid of me?
And all of them together said, no,
No.
not at all.
Not at all.
This made the lion cry. I'll do it for you. Nobody's afraid of me. And then all of the characters said, why, you're nothing but a big scaredy cat.
But, well, you're nothing but a big scary cat.
And then the lion said, you're right.
You're right.
I am a scaredy cat.
I am scared.
I don't have any courage at all.
I don't have any courage.
Dorothy decided to invite the lion.
Do you want to come with us to the Wizard of Oz? Sure.
Say, do you think he could give me some courage?
You think you should give me some courage? Sure.
And so they headed down the Yellow Brick Road. All the Munchkins, and they could see the wizards. Just keep going around, keep going around. Okay, so now all of you are at the Wizards because even the Munchkins want something, don't they? And so here they were at the Wizards, and come sit down. Everyone sit down. Dorothy, please stand up. Why are you here?
Because I want to go back home.
You want to go back home to Kansas?
Yeah.
And leave all of your friends here? Yes.
Yeah.
I miss my Auntie Anne.
I miss my Auntie Anne.
Okay. I'm calling for a ride. Yes. I would like to have a very, very big hot air balloon. Big enough for 2 people and a dog. Yes. Sure. Thank you. Okay. Problem solved. We'll be going home when the sun sets. Scarecrow, stand up. Why are you here?
I want another brain.
Why, you don't have a brain? You seem pretty smart. Tell me, what is 1 plus 1?
2.
You have a brain.
I know.
You know? I'll give you some brain food. Hello? Yes. Trader Joe's? Do you have any of that popped It's kind of like popped, lightly coated with stuff that tastes very good and it's good for your brain. Yeah. Sure. Okay. All right. We'll stop in. Thank you. Taken care of. In no time at all, we'll give you some good brain food. You'll have a brain. By the way, how much is 2 plus 10? Yeah. You need some brain food, don't you? All right. Tin Man. Stand up. Oh. Couple of brothers, huh? Stand over here. Why are you two here?
Because we want a heart.
You want a heart. Even if sometimes you get a heartache? Say, we still want a heart.
We still want a heart.
There's only one way to get a heart. And that is to give a heart. I want you two to turn, look at each other. Give me that axe. And give each other a hug. That way, your hearts will grow together. Excellent. Hold that. Because you have to share when you have a heart. Lion, stand up. Okay, you guys can sit down. Lion, stand up. Why are you here? For some courage, huh? Why, you don't know how much courage you have. Why, I'm going to get my best friend on the phone. And I want you to roar into the phone. Hello? It's my sister, actually, Holly. Holly, hi. I have someone who would like to say something to you. Oh, yeah, hold on. Did that scare you? It did? Great. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, well, now that you know how to roar, that doesn't mean that you have courage. You have to have the courage to be good to people. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could be good to Sam? Excellent! Well then, that's that. Dorothy, say, but what about the Munchkins?
But what about the Munchkins?
Oh, the Munchkins. The little ones who live in Munchkin Land. Hey, Tin Man. Munchkins, stand up. Munchkins, look at me. Munchkins, what do you want? We want a campfire.
We want campfire.
We want a campfire.
We want campfire.
Would you like marshmallows? I can do that. Oh, look at this. A campfire right here. And so the wizard put the campfire. And now come stand up around the campfire. What happened to the plug? Ooh, plug's coming out. Works. Okay, now. All of the Dorothy and her friends and all of the Munchkins came to the campfire. Okay, I have a stick. Yeah, I know. If you don't want a marshmallow, I have a stick. And you stood.
Jippy, I want any.
And then I know what you want. No, not for your mom. The marshmallows are only for children. Is she here? Why certainly. If your sister or brother is here, yes. No, you can't have one for your mom, but you can have one for a brother or a sister. Who else needs one? Is he here? If you have a brother or sister here, yes, you can, but not now. You have to wait until the end of the show. Jakey, come over here. That's good. Olivia, do you have one?
I need one for my brother.
I'll give one to your brother and your sister when we're all done. I would like something from you. Okay, thank you. Say, Mr. Wizard, what do you want? Well, you see, I had this friend a long time ago. His name was Boom Boom. I haven't seen him in a long time, Dorothy. I haven't seen him in such a long time. Why, I don't even know if he's around anymore. He was about this big, and he was really a good friend of mine, but I guess there's nothing you can do about that. Boom Boom's gone. He'll never, ever come back. There he is. There's Boom Boom.
Juliet.
You did it. Where is he, Olivia?
He's stuck.
Bring him over here, Olivia. And that is how we... There he is. Oh, is he stuck? He's a little stuck. Poor you, Boom Boom. Well, that explains why I haven't seen you in a long time. We're all finished. We're all finished. Guys, all you have to do is go down the elevator and people clap. Go. Yes, and I'll give you something for your place. Charles, do you have a brother or sister here?